Greetings, Grace Church. Grace and peace to you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. It's Thursday, May 7th. Hope you're having a good day. I decided to come into my office today. I haven't been in here very much, and I kind of miss it. It's just a place of study, a place of prayer, a place of speaking and planning and counseling. And I miss being here. I hope you're also in a comfortable place and enjoying the Lord's goodness today. Wanted to give kind of a state of the church update, minus any campaign promises, but just talk about what's going on with the church today, right? Looking online a lot in social media, and I see, people. Clearly, there's two different levels, two different areas of thinking when it comes to our response to this pandemic. There are some folks that say, you know what, we need to be compassionate, consider everybody's safety. Don't reopen too fast. And there's kind of that sanctity of human life thing, And on the other side of it is people that say, there's the issue of freedom, constitutional freedoms, God-given freedoms, the need to work, to make money. And we need to get going again and with our economy. And I really appreciate both perspectives. I appreciate both arguments. I think, like many of you, I have a place where I lean and say, I find this compelling, and I think we ought to do this. I'm not an expert, but I think we all hold different opinions on it, and we have a camp that we feel like makes sense. Wanted to say, though, one thing I have felt convicted on for the longest time is that there is a third way when it comes to political views and what's the wisest course of action, that as we talk about these things, there's a third way where we do hold the truth, and we do hold to our convictions and opinions, but we treat people with gentleness and respect, with dignity, knowing that we are called to reach people with the love of Christ, even as we are in the middle of making decisions on what the best course of action should be. And I think that's just a great reminder that we're not here to throw rocks and sling mud. And I've really been impressed with some of the comments coming out of the survey where people are saying, look, I got an opinion on this. I have a feeling we should do things a certain way, but I also want to be considerate of other people and make sure that they're comfortable too. And I really appreciate that perspective, knowing that we can't make everybody happy all the time, but that we are being considerate of one another. And I think that marks us well as people of grace. I've been impacted by a verse a lot recently, and thinking about it a lot. I included it in the first part of our survey, and that is Psalm chapter 4, verse 8. It says this, I will both lie down and sleep in peace, for you alone, Lord, make me live in safety. As I've thought about that verse, God's brought that back again and again to me in recent days, that it's God who causes us to dwell, to live in safety. That's why we can sleep at night. That's why we can have peace. He is the one. Now, that doesn't absolve us of the responsibility to think wisely and to make wise decisions. That doesn't absolve us of the responsibility to listen to our governing authorities and submit to them. We even consider that God is over all authorities, that he is the one that gives authority to human government. And so all these things come up, but at the end of every day, it is God who causes us to live in safety. We can rest secure in that. At the same time, we want to make wise decisions, and that impacts like what we think about when we think about reopening the church. It seems like it's a little premature right now to make firm decisions and plans and communicate them with the church. Seems like things are still changing pretty quickly. We just received the governor's 5-phase reopening plan. We're looking at that, and what does that mean for the church? At what phase will we be this summer and when? And so we rest assured, our leadership, our staff, and our elders are talking and praying, looking at government recommendations and requirements, looking at your feedback as we've done this survey. You can still take the survey, by the way. There's still plenty of time for that. We've had over 100 responses so far. I think that's a big win to get that much input. That's been really good. We're also looking at what the Lord has for us. What does the Lord want from the church in these days? And so we're going to be asking the Lord that and searching his word for that. But we will be communicating a plan as we get closer to looking at reopening and what that all means. We ask for your patience in that. The other thing is, I think our 4 habits that we mentioned in April still serve us well. We're going to be gathering online on Sunday mornings to worship. We are going to be gathering in small groups online and still connecting that way. Thirdly, there's the serving one another and communicating needs. If you have a need, let us know, please. And we will see what we can do to help, what the Lord would have us do. And we'll step in where we can. And then the 4th one is just faithfully giving of our tithes and offerings. We have seen that over the last weeks. I've been blessed to see that there's still strong giving at Grace Church, and so just thankful for that and the blessing of that. Our mission statement's the same, right? Together, becoming fully devoted followers of Christ. And the together part is the tough part in these days, right? I mean, that we're not physically together. We want to be, and many of you said, I think so far our survey says, over 75% said, as soon as you open the doors, I will be there. Over 75%, and I'm not saying the other 25% are in any way not being bold enough. Everybody needs to look at their own physical health, right? And make a wise decision. But I get the sense that people are longing for that. I'm longing for that. So just know I'm praying for you, care so much about Grace Church. And we're putting the best plan we can together. We're trying to be as creative as we can and looking at the future and taking our responsibilities seriously. So grace and peace, my friends. May the Lord bless you and keep you.